RCHUB International Foundation for Research and Education, an ISO certified
workshop on progress, that is about machine learning with foundation in research. So as a day one, we were going to start with how to getting started with the machine learning and foundation of research. This is our plan regarding the today's session. Before we start the class, first we have to understand that what is this AI refers to and what is this machine learning refers to, and why this topic is very familiar in nowadays. As of our day-to-day life, today everyone are using a AI for anything, even for writing the assignments, or even for writing the journals, or even for writing the letters, or official letters, or personal letters, or whatever the information they want to send it in a mail. We are using AI concepts. Of course, we are not focusing how we are going to generate the AI. We are going to focus on how this machine learning going to support in the research side for the next generation. So this, I'm not going to take the class for the entire machine learning concepts or entire research concepts. This is a topic which related with how this machine learning going to support in founding of the research side, and for the future also, how this research is going for the futures. So please, I request the participants to mute, please. So this is the topic we are coming here. So as of today, we go with the first session. So I divide this today's sessions into 5. One is introductions to machine learning and its landscape. And second one, essential prerequisite. If you want to do anything with the research of machine learning, then of course, not only Python, of course, we can use any languages, but Python means it supports more functionalities and more packages will be supported with the essential prerequisite. And module 3, we can see that it is a foundation of research. And fourth module, today's session, we are coming here with research with ML. And module 5, which is coming here under the domain selection. So this is the possibilities of we are going for the process. So first, I would like to know that what do you mean by artificial intelligence? Is there any difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques? Yes, of course, there are different techniques there. But suppose I'm going to do a research in artificial intelligence. Can I call it as a machine learning? It is not possible. Suppose I am doing a research in machine learning. Can I say it is an artificial intelligence? Yes, it is possible. So you can understand the difference. If I do a research in artificial intelligence, and I cannot able to say I'm doing a research in machine learning. So you should understand that what is artificial intelligence and what is machine learning. When I can say that I'm doing a project or research in machine learning, or I'm doing a project in artificial intelligence. The superset, it is called as an artificial intelligence, and the subset, it is called as a machine learning. Of course, both are used to control the machines and to activate it, to take some actions or to perform a certain task of the machine languages. So this is what mainly consider. Now, today's session objective is used to find out. I'm not going too technical today. I'm coming here with the basic concepts. Just it is an exploration. I'm using the word, it is called as an exploration, where we are going to review all the contents of the data, and it is not towards the machine learning and it's not towards the research. So both how this research with ML is the main concepts here. So that is what our objectives. Today's objective is used to go with the understanding of the fundamental definitions of machine learning and artificial intelligence, and don't think that it is fully machine learning, and various types of machine learning, and explore the real application impact of ML and overview of a ML project's life cycle. So this is a first module. So today we are having a 5 modules. Module 1, we are going through the introductions to machine learning and its landscape. Just we are coming here with the landscape. So first of all, I would like to know that, see, we are using AI, any different types of AI, but this is an artificial intelligence. Of course, we are using Alexa in our home. We are using some other AI tools which is available in our day-to-day life also. So what do you mean by artificial intelligence? If you see that creating an intelligence mission, that's very important to simulate the thinking. So the machine has to think and to take a decision as a human being. So since we are a human being, I may not know how many participants are listening, how many participants are just coming for registration and they are processing. So if there is one AI, want to predict that whether the my participants is listening or not listening. So I want to write an algorithm. So how to write an algorithm? So if I want to do that, then I want to create an algorithm whether my participants or the candidate, those who are registered for these workshops, are listening completely or just they are mute and they are going with their own personal work. Two possibilities are there. So I want to find out in such a way that I would like to write an algorithm in order to extract the data from the participant side. So I want to know the device activities also. What is your memory activity? How your memory device memory activity is going on, whether it is processing or just being idle. So this concept, it is called as artificial intelligence and it is not machine learning. I am going to make an intelligence machine which is going to be processed and it is going to be accessed with the help of the internet support. That is what we are saying, that it is creating an intelligent machine that simulates the thinking and also encompass. It can encompass any types of algorithm, maybe a machine learning or natural processing or robotics also. But it's mainly focusing on three things: rules, logic, algorithm. So only rule, what protocol we are going to set as a human being. This AI is not generated by the machine. This AI is also generated by the human. And now this AI has been extended their versions. XAA is there. So this is all coming under the AI concepts here. So three things we have to understand: rules, logic, and algorithm. I want to frame a rule, I want to form a logic, and I'm going to create an algorithm in order to activate the system or activate the missions. Then I can say that it is AI. For example, Siri is there, automatic vehicle is there, AI with the games like chess or virtual assistants, we can go here. And even we can come with Alexa's, Amazon Alexa's, we can use it here, consider as an artificial intelligence. So this is what the basic definitions of artificial intelligence. Next, I would go for our topic. It is of machine learning. Then what do you mean by machine learning, sir? It is a subset of AI. Of course, it is also going to form a rule, logic, and algorithms. And we are mainly focusing on statistical model analysis. Consider that if 10 participants in my classroom or 10 candidates in my classroom, how far their analysis, how far their interactions towards the session. I want to, since it is online, I can't able to predict. If the same 10 participants has been inside the classroom, it is very easy to predict whether they are listening, whether they are activated or whether they are not activated, whether they are bored or not bored. We can able to be tracked very easily. But now it's very difficult because we are using an application. Zoom is one application which connects all the participants and the trainer or the resource person, and where the resource persons cannot able to predict the level of the candidates. They can be able to be identified only from the feedback. Of course, you can see that the feedback cannot be accurate, since if we give the feedback, almost most of them, everyone will go with 4 to 5 ratings like that. So where we can't able to predict the impact of this workshop. So when I can get the impact of this workshop, when the candidates listening these concepts and they are implemented in their researchers work or they are implemented in their real-time work, then the impact of this workshop will be grateful. So this is what very important thing is that. So statistical model, how many participants are there? What is the impact after this workshop, whether same or different? If it is same, then it is 0%. If it is different, then it's good. So this is what we are coming here. It is about the statistical model and algorithm and improve the performance. And we are requiring a large data sets for training and testing. Very important, training and testing data set. What do you mean by training? Suppose if I take a photo of me and we want to train my data, you want to capture all the training, possible train data set and all the possible images you have to keep. And when I come inside, once the photo has been captured, it is going to check both the relevant part and it is going to testing part. We have to check the images of the existing, and we are going, if it is correct, then we can go to predict. Otherwise, we can say that this is an unauthorized person. So this machine learning is mainly focusing on prediction and classification without being explicitly programmed. That's very important. prediction, and or you can use a classification. Whether tomorrow it is going to rain or not, or whether how many candidates are interested or not interested, all those things can be predicted as a prediction or classification. And some of the examples I have given here, it is of spam filters. When the mail comes, automatically it will be filtered without explicitly programmed. It has been generated to spam, or it has been generated to our inbox. And not only Netflix recommendations, even Insta recommendations, Insta Reels, so many social medias recommendations can be done with the help of this machine learning. So this is what about the machine learning concepts. Now, you must want to understand the difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning. So you should be aware of this one. What is the difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning? I'll come to artificial when I go for the first one definition, making a machine with a humanic intelligence, but when I come for here, let machines learn from data. The machine itself get the data and process the data, and it learns that such a way that, see, this is an application, Zoom applications, number of participants are here. How many of them are really interested in listening? This is not has been done here. But if you want to track, we can go for tracking, and we have to write an algorithm in such a way that not up to the 100% of efficiency, but we can able to come with some prediction that such this much percentage of the participants are interested, this much persons are not interested. That's what here. And when you go for scopes, you can see here it is broad and it is narrow. So when I come for artificial intelligence, it's the biggest version. When I come for machine learning, it is narrow. So one difference you have to understand that. Artificial intelligence like a whole set, whereas when I come for machine learning is a subset which is mainly going for prediction and classification. For example, if two buses are there for the same place, you are waiting in the bus stand. You are waiting in the bus stand, two buses for the same place is there. Which bus you will get into that? So we have certain parameters. We can take a lot of parameters. For example, the bus may have a good infrastructure facilities. The bus may have an excellent seat facilities. The bus may have an audio or visual facilities, right? And whether the bus is rushed or whether the bus is empty, right? All those parameters will be considered as a human being, and we will check that which one will go, which one will take first or which one will take second, which bus we can go, which bus will play a song. Like that, we can go for in our mind, and we will think that so that we will get into any X or Y bus. Suppose if there is an option of X, Y bus, both are moving at the same time, which bus we are going to go? The same functionalities can be written with an algorithm in such a way that the algorithm will predict the parameters of X bus and Y bus, and the algorithm will give the decision that if you get into this X bus, you will be this performance. If you get into Y bus, it will get this performance. So this is what done by the machine learning. Quite a human, what a human is going to decide in a fraction of a second, the same thing has been written by an algorithm with the help of the machine language in order to activate the machines. So this is what the functionalities which I'm saying, that making a prediction or a decision. Suppose 5 movies are there. Okay, 5 movies has been recently launched in Netflix or some other social media. As of my suggestion, which movie I would like to go, automatically the algorithm will predict and suggest the 2 movies or 1 movie based on your recommendation. This movies has been recently added. So this is all provided by the machine learning algorithms. So this is what about your functionalities. And next, data dependency, of course, highly dependent on a large volume of data. If you take my data, it will be always dependent in order to take a decision or prediction or a classifications also. And next, we are coming here with a human intervention. So what is the human? It improves automatically through the data. And last one, it is a goal, learn and adapt, very important, learn and adapt without explicit programming. We no need to write an explicit programming. You can write a certain things for the machine learning, which is used to predict automatically and will give the results. If I write the code for one person, it will be continued for 1,000 persons also. Based on their mentalities, based on their attributes, it will be considered. So this is what the difference between AI with an ML. And now we go here. These are the 2 topics I'm taking here with an ML. One, it is of types of machine learning. And of course, when I say types of machine learning, sir, actually we have learned machine learning, it is supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. Of course, all those things are there. Then what do you mean by that one? Of course, you may have some ideas about supervised algorithm or unsupervised algorithm. Maybe you may be familiar with the reinforcement algorithms also. So when I come for that, I'll go with a little glance of exploration of type of machine learning. What all the types of machine learning is there? You can see here. I come here. There are 5 types of machine learning. You can see now. You can see my screen. You can see since I have been scatterized here. Once I go here, it is of supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement, semi-supervised learning, and self-supervised. Or one more thing is called transforming learning also. Transform learning is also there. So this is all types of machine learning. So when you go for research side, you should decide which algorithm. You can combine 2 or 3 also. It is your wish. It's your problem. Based on your problem, you can go with the different types of learning, not only with one learning, and you can go with a single learning. It depends upon your mentality. When I come for first one, it is of data type. It is of labeled data. We know what type of data we are going to use it, and what type of input I'm going to give and what type of output I'm going to get. All those things will be coming under the supervised learning. And when I come for unsupervised, unlabeled data, we may not know what is the exact data name it is. So this is what unsupervised data. And reinforcement, no specific data set, especially reinforcement. I have to say that this is called as an agent. Normally they used to say that we have to write an algorithm for an agent. They are creating an agent, and we are developing the agent to be agent learner. They used to prompt the word as agent learner, and mainly used for an optimal decision. Sir, what do you mean by optimal decision? Suppose tomorrow I want to make a leave, I want to take a leave, and I want to make a suggestion, right? What are all the list of suggestions if I give it, so that my higher officials will be permitted to take leave? This is what the one thing, just a simple thing. So what the agent learner will go, it will take all the solution that is called as a feasible solution. From the feasible solution, based on my mentality, based on my environment, it will select one thing and it will be produced. Sometimes it may be wrong, sometimes it may be correct. We cannot able to go with a 100% of accuracy, right? So this is what about the reinforcement algorithm. And next one, we are saying that it is about semi-supervised algorithm, where supervised with semi, with a large some amount of labeled data and some amount of unlabeled data. We are combining both supervised and unsupervised. That is called as a semi-supervised here. And when I come for self-supervised learning, you can see that unlabeled data itself, right? So this is what about the data type. And you can see that goal, all the goals, whenever we are implementing, we are having a goal and feedback. I'm not going too much in depth, just I'm coming here with a common task. When you go for supervised, you can see we can come here with classification and regression. Of course, it is not limited. We can go with an extension version also. So when I come here, you can see it is of clustering. I want to make a group of data, what type of people or what based on their unity or diversity, something you can come here. And dimensionality, reduction, association rule. These are all the things is coming here. And for semi-supervised, you can see here. So this is about reinforcement learning, policy learning, control, and decision making. And semi-supervised, once again, it is classification, and you can see here it is a pre-training version. So these are all the things of common task here. And when I come for algorithm, look at that algorithm. If you want to use a supervised, they are giving a list of suggested algorithm, not compulsory here, suggested. If you want, you can use some other algorithm, or if you want, you can generate a new algorithm also, you can possible to learn it. And these are all the algorithms which has been used for supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement, and semi-supervised and self-learning. Now look at the analogy. Supervised is learning with a teacher by asking the question and answer. Suppose I want to ask, suppose we are in the classroom, I'm going to ask the question and you're going to give the answer. That is called supervised. Exploring without teacher. So without teacher, we are going to ask the question and we have to find out the solution. Next one, learning through trial and error. This is very important. When you come for reinforcement algorithm, first time I'm going to give one input, whether it is correct or wrong. Second time I'm going to give the one input which is correct or wrong. Third time I'm going to give the input whether it is correct or wrong. So this is all coming under the reinforcement algorithm. And next one, it is of, you can see here, hint, but mostly of self-discovery. We have to discover. And last one, it is of, I request the participants to be mute, please. The last one, you can see that it is of solving a puzzle, just like a solving a puzzle. It is called as, we can say that it is called as a self-supervised learning, which automatically learn by itself, which is by solving the puzzles. So this is what my thing, and the remaining thing, I don't want to go with the use cases and the data requirement. So this is what about the types of machine learning. And now I go here with one more thing. It is of types of domain specific task. And this is, you have to understand that whichever task you are going to do that, that's very important. Now I'm going to make it here. It's a domain specific task, particularly domain. So first, as we say that, I'll make it bigger so that I'll go very fastly, since I do not want to take more time. The first one is supervised algorithm. In that supervised algorithm, there are different types of domain or application is there. One, it is of computer vision. In computer vision, three things: image classification, object detection, and image segmentation. The person who is interested to go for research and those who are going for starting stage, especially a fresher in the research, they can choose their domain and they can choose their algorithm, and then they can choose their problem. So this is related with supervised algorithm, supervised learning, and you can see that natural language processing, sentimental analysis or spam detection or machine translation. And for finance, you can see that customer prediction, and also you can see that fraud detection or credit score, risk management. And you can see that healthcare, it is of disease diagnostics or prediction, or e-commerce, you can come for sales posing, and cyber security, you can see intrusion detection, and robotics, you can go for path planning or prediction. So these are coming under supervised algorithm, right? Next, I come here with unsupervised learning. So what are all the possibilities for, if you're interested to go with unsupervised, then you can go for customer analytic and marketing, especially nowadays, all the trading or coming with AI concepts. So with the AI itself will predict that whether this share will be like this, or whether it will be a profit, or whether it will be a loss for this one. So you can see that it is a customer analytic or data exploration and visualization. And you can see bioinformatics, e-commerce, cybersecurity, natural language processing, computer vision. These are all coming under supervised, unsupervised, sorry. And now we go for reinforcement, especially reinforcement. If you are interested in game, especially gameplay, you can see all the game playing will be coming under here. Robotics, autonomous systems, for example, a self-driving car or a navigation system which supports, we are going with a higher speed and we want to go with a particular directions, then we can see that these are all the things will be there. So next one, resource management, especially resource management in optimization techniques, we are going to use it. And finance and healthcare, of course, healthcare can be used in both a supervised and also unsupervised algorithm. And you can see here, this is about a reinforcement. And next one, it is of semi-supervised. Natural language processing. Nowadays, every movies are coming with the subtitles with the natural language processing, right? So that we can go with the text classification. Even in also in every applications also we can go with comments based on their own languages, mother tongue languages, they can go here. And you can see speech recognition. So especially some of the AIs are now coming with speech recognition with the remote devices, so that we can able to communicate here. If you want to do in that cases also, we can able to make it, and web mining is there. And last, you can see that it is about self-supervised learning, the same concept which is coming under computer vision. And I told that the one thing which is called as a transfer learning, which we are not seen in the classification. I think some of them. Okay. Sir, can you please share these notes? Yeah, I will share it. I will share it to the RCHUB Academy so that you can get all these details from them. Whatever I am presenting, I will send it to them so that you can get it from the website, right? Thank you. Now, you can see here, this is about transfer learning. So you can see these transfer learning, you can see have the speed learning. So what my suggestion is, you have to select you have to select which domain you are interested. First of all, next I will come with the research, then we can go with a further discussion. If you have any queries, you please chat so that I can give you a response. Then at the end of the session, we have a query session, right? So this is about, I have given a clear picture. That's what I told about all the six or that in the related with the machine learning. and try to come with new techniques, not with an existing technique. Because if you go with an existing technique, you can see here, when I come for natural language processing, we are using a GPT and T5 and BERT, and PERT also is there. So we should be something different from others when you come for the research side. That's the one thing we should be understand here, right? 1 second. Yeah, I will send these all these notes and PowerPoints, and it will be available in the RCHUB Academy, so that you can get it from that website, right? Yeah, I will come, Harishwaran. Yeah, I will come. I will come to your topic, because each one will have certain problems in solving their issues. Anyway, I'll go overall. Then, if you have any queries, you can ask that one, right? So I think up to this, you have a clear, specific ideas, right? And next thing, the very important thing, I'm not going too much in this because it is Python related. If you are going to do a machine learning research, then compulsory the candidate must know the basic concept of Python. Don't worry about Python. Sir, I'm not interested in programming, but how far I can able to do it in machine learning with the research? Don't depend on others. If you are waiting for a programmer, or if you're waiting for some other person, it takes more time to solve these issues. I'll come here. I'll give a clear idea about the Python also, right? And I'm not going to take too much, but anyway, I'll go very fastly. When you take a language aside, since Python is very important, not only Python, if you are interested in programming, you can go here, but a little bit Python means it's very easy for that one. So what is that Python? See, that's what these three things are very important. Listen, understand, act. This is what the ultimate aim of this workshop. So first you have to listen, then you have to understand, then you have to act. If act is not there, then there is no impact in this workshop. So this is, you have to understand that. Now I'll go here. Sir, Python is a scripting language. What I have to do it, sir? See, when I go for writing a code, there is a two things are there: programming language and scripting language. Whereas Python is a scripting language. Why I'm saying Python is a script? Maybe a Python, maybe a scripting languages. I can directly write the code, right? I no need to go with the structure, and I no need to write with hash, include, or some other thing with its general concepts. There is no structure for writing the code. Straight away you can go and type the code. So it is very easy, and you can use the, if you want, you can use the AI for your process also. So this is here. This is what I would like to say already, and I do not go with too much thing of very fastly. See, in my right hand side of your screen, you can see sugar, milk, and coffee powder, and vessels and induction stove to making coffee. This is application. Sugar, coffee powder, and milk are data. Whereas I'm going to use a vessel, it is called as a tool. Whereas I'm going to make an induction, it is called as a technology. And when I'm going to get a coffee. So tool and technology must be related to the data. That's the one point I want to come and discuss with you. What is a tool? I'm going to use, you can see in the left hand side, I'm giving the same example. Here in the right hand side, I'm giving a normal cooking. In the left hand side, I'm giving the scientific, that is of computer terms. So here you can see the data. So here also on the left hand side and right hand side, compare both the things. What is tool? What is technology? If I want to take this process, what I have to do it? That's you should understand. What problem I'm going to take, in that what tool I have to use, what technology I have to use it. So this is what the ultimate aim must be there in your concepts, right? And you can see there is a demand in Python. So there are 7 reasons you can see here. Why we should learn Python, or what is the demand? And these are all the supportives of Pythons, right? And you can see this is a Python free source. One thing is very important, that Python is freeware. So we can easily download and we can able to go and process here. These are all the Python features. And don't worry, I'm not going to take too technical. And this is what about the Python classification. Suppose if your research is based on data science or scientific or numeric, search for the appropriate tool and it will support you to develop your thing. And basically, we must want to know the fundamental. Of course, I'm not going to go with fundamental, and this is not a Python session. Anyway, I'll come here. So these are the 2 types of editors we can use it here. And one, it is for, these are all the, there are a lot of application tools are available for web development using Python. So this is a sample I'm giving here. And you can see data science. The person who is interested in data science, you can use Scikit or PyTorch, which will be helpful. And the person who is going to use scientific or numeric, they can use it here. And software development, you can see here, this is all used for software development. Of course, we are not going with that research side, right? So this is, if I have more time, then once again, I'll come with the Python, but don't worry about Python languages, right? It's very simple to learn. Even you can do the research work with the Python itself. Now, foundation research, especially the person asking the problem, sir, how to solve this one, which algorithm I have to predict. As I said that, you have to think that which, if I take it, it is very comfortable in order to produce the efficiency. Very important, think about the efficiency. It can be a time or it can be a space. It's very important to provide an algorithm with an efficiency. So now I'll go here with the third module. It is foundation in research. So first thing, very important, identify the research problem as a question or a question. The very important thing is observation. Which problem I have to take? Which is the biggest problem? Which problem I have to take is the biggest problem? After finding the problem formulation, I want to go with the relevance and significance. As the participants is asking, sir, what algorithm? This is the third point, relevance and significance. The first point you can see, observation and curiosity, very important. You should like the topic. If you do not like this topic, then the topic will kill you. So this is what the very important thing. Take the topic which is relevant to the current level of the industries or current level of the researchers, and then you can make a problem formulations with relevance and significances. The second one, you can see here, conduct, very important thing. You can see here, I can go, I make a topic here, right? The conduct a comprehensive literature review, very, very, very important. Now we are in June 2025. So we have to take a paper which is related to 2025, maybe 2024, but not 2023. That's very important. Take a more paper who is the existing researchers has done the topic in that field and find out the understanding. First word is understanding. So based on your understanding level, you take a paper. Don't depend on some other person. Based on your level, you take a paper. Next, try to identify the gap. Is there any gap in the recent researchers has built or researchers has given the paper? And third one, building a theoretical foundation. So make a foundations very clear. So this is the step 2 in research. And when I come for the next thing, in step 3, formulate the hypothesis or research objectives. It can be an empirical or experimental researches. It depends upon your research. You can go with an empirical or experimental research, and you can ask either you can descriptive or explorative. Better go with the problem. Find out the problem, and first you find out which domain you are going to take, as I given in the first slide, which algorithm you prefer, and go with an existing person, what algorithm they have taken, and what is their drawback in the algorithm, or how many percentage of performance evaluations has been done. Now, if I change this algorithm, how much it is going to be seen? See, if X is doing with X and you're going to generate X dash, then it is in, we have to find out what is X dash, so that the algorithm or the performance must be increases. So this is what, and a clear goal. So this is the third steps you have to do it. And fourth step, very important, whether your approach, choose your approach. Which one? Experimental, whether you're going to test the two algorithms and you're going to compare, or theoretical with a mathematical model or algorithm or large framework, or whether you're going to do a simulation. For example, if you go for networking, you can go with a simulation, or whether you're going to design a science or constructive, whether you're going to design a software. Of course, if you design a software, they won't accept it as a research. We have to say that how the data are optimized or how the data storage is there, what is the efficiency is there. That is what a design science or constructive. And last one, it is called empirical or qualitative. Now it is very, now the recent decades you can see that they are using a HCC, HCI and BCI. It is a human computer interaction or brain computer interfaces, like that we can have it here. There are various HCI is there, BCI is there, interface, human computer interactions is there, how human computer is going to interact, how brain computer is going to interact. So these are all the things. So fourth steps you have to decide. So what is the first step? You have to find out the problem formation. Second one, you have to identify the gap. Third one, you have to go with the research questions. Fourth one, you have to select an approach, which approach you are going to do it. And fifth one, it is of plan. Which algorithm you're going to design, what is your system architecture, how far you're going to collect the data, what is the evaluation metrics, and here I told about tool and technologies. Which technology will support your research in order to make it very faster and effective. There are a lot of tools and technologies are available, right? Not only one technologies. I can use an Anaconda Navigator. If you use an Anaconda Navigator, you can use a Spider or Jupyter or whatever the tool you want. Like that, we can go with any number of frameworks or whichever the frameworks you are comfortable, you can go for here. This is about the detailed plan here. And next thing, you can see that collecting. I want to make it a building an artifact. So putting the design into an action. Here only we are coming here with the coding and development, a very little part. And no need of afraid about the coding and part and data collection and troubleshooting. So this is step 6 is important. And last, you can see here, it is about step 7. It is about data analysis and interpretation. Very important, very, very important data analysis. At last, whether you're going for a prediction or at last you're going to give an analysis report. For example, now the class participants is with 20 and 2 members from the admin side. Remaining 18 members are there. What is their impact of this workshop? And listening, understanding, and act. We are not focusing on first point, listening. We are not focusing on second point, understanding. What is the third point? It is called act. After this workshop, you have to take an actions in order to work with the data analysis. Then only it is an impact. So this is all coming under the step 7. And step 8, as usual, conclusion and discussion is over. And very important is step 9. Only after come to the conclusion, we have to start writing the entire paper, not by the previous itself. But most of the researchers, they have started writing the papers without the entire structure, where it will not be a clear representation. So still you have to complete the 8 steps after getting ideas and after you are very confirmed that your research has provided an effective result or your research has been provided an effective performance evaluation. Then we can start for writing a paper. Once you write the paper, it will go for review and presentation and we can go for the process. So this is what the steps for the research side. Now you can go here, overview of foundation of, I'm coming with the overview of process. So first we have to go for the, you can come here, research process. First, I want to round out the problem identification, literature review, and hypothetical setting. This is the first part. Next, I have to find out, select the second one. What type of research you are going to, basic or applied or qualitative or quantitative research. If you go through the search engines, you can see the different types of qualitative and quantitative research. Even we can take one topic on one day itself for qualitative and quantitative research. Next, we are coming here, it is about research methodology. Whether it is an experimental or you're going to give a descriptive or analytical or survey or case study. See, you take this chart and if you tick one thing, then you can get the idea. First one, problem identification and literature review and hypothetical setting. Second one, types of research. Third one, research methodology. And fourth one, you're going to collect the methods, how far you're going to collect the methods. And fifth one is of sample techniques, whether you're going to do a random or cluster or scientific or convenience. And next, sixth one, it is of data analysis technique with a median or regression and ethics in research. And of course, very important, very important, ethics in research. That should be certain ethics. Entire thing, if certain AI is doing, we are going to get the AI and you are going to sum it, then I don't think that it's a proper ethics. We should not use AI for generating an algorithm in the research side. It should be your own product. That is, novelty is very important when you compare to the ethics in the research side. Right? So this is a one important factor where 7 is very important in ethics. And of course, 8th is documentation and reporting. And 9th is of critical thinking, how to evaluate and you have to come with a basis. And 10th one, we are going with a logic, reasoning and evidence-based conclusion. So this is all coming under the overview of foundation in research, right? Now I go with module 4, right? So now, how this research with ML? Previously, we have seen that what is research, how to do it. It's a quite common steps which is of foundation in research here. And now I'm going to move on to the 4th module, which is of research with ML. How this research with an ML we are going to do it. So this is here, once again, I'm coming with the 7 steps. Same thing, identify the gap, make a clear objective, what gap you're going to find out. See, if 10 participants are there, all the 10 will have a different problem. I cannot able to suggest all the 10 problem without a background ideas or the existing ideas. That's a very important thing. I have to go through the various literature review of the current existing researchers. Then I want to say that I identify the gap, and then I have to give a proper analysis. So this is the thing you have to understand here. So first one, identify the gap or a problem. Set a clear objective. What objective you are going to do it, and what is the necessity of this research. If there is no necessity of the research for the particular community of the people or for particular task, then the research is entirely totally not used, right? So please try to implement the research in a real time. Second one is of literature review. You can see, understand what already out there. That's very important. What is already out there? So you should understand the situation, what is already out there, how to predict it. So this is what the literature review. Third one, hypothesis and design. So I want to make a solution, how to test it rigorously. Experimentation, analysis and interpretation, discussion and conclusion, and at last you can share the work with your community. So before that we can't able to do it. So this is what research with ML, right? Next, now we can go here. If you are a fresher and I want to go for which type of domain I want to select, very clear. So this is the thing you have to understand. So as of the session today, you can see here, the first one is machine learning with landscape. I have given the clear idea. The second one, it is of machine learning with Python. Okay, you can see that. And one thing I would like to say that you can come with a website also. There is a one website. It is called, I'll go here. Yeah. Yeah. So this is a website you can see here. I'll come here, right. You can see this is a index website. So we can see which language is very familiar for the year of, you can see. So this is index has been rated to index for June 2025. This is current month, and they have been make an analysis and they are given the analytical report of Python. So you can see Python is very popular for the application side also and research side also. Not only in June 2024 into June 2025 also. You can see the top four languages is very familiar. Familiar till now. There is no changes at all. So this is all the rating has been done with Python programming languages. Yeah. So now we go back to the session. Now you can see. So this is the second one, and third one, foundation of research I given here, and fourth one, it's research with the ML. And now we move on to the domain selection so that you can understand what are the different types of domains is available in our in machine learning, right? First thing, in application domain, there are in the left hand side, these are all the applications. So any one applications you can choose for your research work. It can be a health or a medicine. So why I'm talking about this, our heading is of, it is a foundation in research. So we are coming with only a foundation. So health and medicine, natural language processing, computer vision, finance and fintech or robotics, and autonomous systems, e-commerce recommendation systems, cybersecurity, manufacturing and industries, agriculture, not limited. There are a lot of various domains is also there. So based on my opinion, I given some of them. Which is used for the application domain, right? And next thing you can see, this is subdomain. Now it is a latest trend. Now subdomain, instead of doing with my suggestion, if you want to go with new techniques or new environment, I want to learn it with new environment. And if you're ready to learn a new concepts, and you are, if you are interested to go with the next generation, right? Of course, deep learning and reinforcement learning has been done here. XAI is there, where the data sets can be able to be go here, and you can see in our RCHUB Academy already a workshop has been done with XAI also. It is available, and you can go with the YouTube channels, and you can go with all the XAIs also there. And federated learning. Now this is recent upcoming with federated learning, and one more thing, I will come back here. Privacy of preserving machine languages, casual interference learning, graphical neural networks is upcoming, and meta learning. So this is a model learning quickly adapted to a new task, so that you can understand that you are using so many AI, and you can give a name to AI, and you can chat with the with the AI as like your friend. Normally, you are using a AI for your work, right? Of course, this AI can be your friend, and just like a friend, you can keep a name for this AI, and you can chat with AI also. Just like one friend who is with me, like that AI will do it, so that you can make a free communication, and whatever you want to express you can express, so that I don't want to express I not only for the documentations, not only for the official or personal works, we can just go with the personal discussions also. So what I can do if it like this, the situation is like this, so we can discuss like this. That is what it is called as a meta learning, a model that learn quickly adapted to a new task. It's also there. And AI ethics, small data, and few shot learning. That is very important. Few shot learning, which means that training and machine learning with a very limited data. I want to go with some small data and I want to process here. Then I can go here with new learning. So this is also called as a research in subdomain, right? And now this is the one important factor, the next generation technology. So since we are going for the next generation, we don't want with the existing generations. We are coming with the next generation, auto ML, especially automated machine learning, meta learning. So you can go through that. Especially XAI is there, and few shot and zero shot learning is there. So you can go and discuss about what is that automated machine learning. If you want, you can go with the tutorial, and federated learning is there, and few short and few short learning. So these are also related with the machine learning, and they are processing here. So this is what about the next generation machine technologies. And now I'll go here with the research management technologies. What are all the resource management technologies is available? Right. You can see that it is about what all the data managements we are using or collaborations we are using. So this is all coming under the research management techniques here. So this is the resource management technique, and this is the next generation technique. As of my concern, I would like to say that reinforcement algorithm. Better I can come with a discussion of reinforcement algorithm, right? Better I make the screen bigger so that you can understand that. And before that, I would like to say that when I say I make the size bigger so that the screen will be very visible. So what is meant by reinforcement algorithm, right? Did all the AI is using the reinforcement algorithm? So what AI, how this AI has been generated? The AI has been generated with all the five. Some with supervised, some with unsupervised, some with semi-supervised, some with self-supervised, all those things. But when you come for here, there is a one concept name, it is called as agent learner. When I say agent learner, who is the agent? What is the role of agent? The agent is to gather all the data from the different parts and they have to generate. That is called as an agent learner. And they are mainly focused on optimization learning. This is one important concept. And here, the agent learner, when they are doing some actions or when they are performing some tasks, 2 points will be there. One, it is called as reward or penalties. That's the one highlight in this reinforcement agent. Suppose my workshop is effective, then I will get a reward. My workshop is not effective, then I will get a penalty. That's what the agent will do. How this agent will perform? If I create a one agent, suppose I'm coming here with this concept, right? I'll go here. Suppose consider that this Zoom is a one application. It is generate an agent, and that agents will monitor the trainer as well as the training, and it will perform a task and it will learn automatically and predict the result that either I will receive a reward or I will receive a penalty. That is what this reinforcement algorithm is being very vital nowadays. So this is the one thing is that. And next thing I would like to say that suppose, see, I want to write about why Python. That's the one question is very important. Sir, why I have to do it in Python? Since suppose, see, I'm taking in front of you, I'm going with this is a tool, ideally integrated development environment. Suppose I want to write a program. I want to write a program, hello world, right? In C, I have to write hash include and void main, and I have to write here printf hello world. Same thing in Java with a different structure, but here I no need to write here, just I can go here and I can type here it is of hello world. So this is called as an interpreter. So it is, I can say that 5 plus 3, and I can say that 7 minus 9 divided by 2. So this is called as an interpreter where we can write without any structure. And the same thing, this is a one ID tool. And if you go through online, you can come here with I'll come with an online also, so that you can see there is a various online tools are there. Online tools for writing a code, especially most of them are using a Jupyter. For live research work they have been done here, and they are also, most of them are using Anaconda Navigator also. Anaconda is entirely different from Anaconda Navigator. So this is the tool they are being utilized, and you can get the code. Of course, if you know basic concepts about these things, then you can implement any one of the tool, and online editor is also available for your project. So no need to worry about the tool, but very important, what data you're going to take, what tool you're going to take, and what technology you're going to perform in order to get an optimized solution of your research work. This is very, very must. So the researchers should be aware of these things. You should not take a different vessels. For example, if I use an induction, I have to use the induction vessels. If I use a gas stove, I have to use a gas, any vessels that is related to gas stove. If I use a firework, I want to use a firework. If I use a firewood, right, in order to make hot water, then I have to use a different vessels. The data is very important. Tool is very important. What data you're going to take, whether this data is going to support this tool, whether this tool is going to support this technology. All those things are interrelated in your research work. So my suggestion is, if you are starting, if any person is going to start your research, please go with the recent technologies and recent tools in order to make your work very effectively. Of course, I can do with AA and I can do with XAA also. But when I do with XAA, it is more comparative. It will reduce our work, that is hard work. I'm going to do it in a hard work or going to do it in a smart work. So you have to understand how to utilize these technologies and how to utilize this tool in order to establish one, right? So this is what our today's session. Anyway, tomorrow, I think we are going with two topics tomorrow. How to, I'll come with a topic also. So tomorrow, what you are going to take in the session, right? So tomorrow we are going with data processing with machine learning packages. So with some sample demos. Today's I'm not going with the sample demos. So tomorrow I will go with a sample demo of data pre-processing and machine learning. And now I come to the end of the session. So if you have any queries, you can ask this one. And tomorrow, if you need any topics you want to cover from my side, I will take it, so that give me a suggestion. Which topic or which thing you wanted me. All the documents I will be shared to the RCHUB Academy, and it will be available and you can get it from them. Any queries, please? If any queries, you can ask the queries, or tomorrow any suggestion related to data pre-processing and machine learning packages. And can you able to give me the feedback about this session also? So I would like to request, how about the feedback about this session, whether it is good or whether any suggestion. Yeah, what is your query? So you are saying that it is pipe taking prediction in oil and gas taking, right? Yes, without exploration of that paper, anyway, give me some times. I want to go through all the existing literature. Harishwaran, that is, I can't able to say that because I do not know what is the problem in the existing technique. So I have to go through some literature review, and then only I can able to say as of my own personal prediction, right? I am not an AI to say suddenly which algorithm is very effective like that. So I need sometimes to go through all your problem of pipe sticking predictions in oil and gas drilling problem. Okay. Any other idea, any other suggestions or feedback about the session? If yes, please. Otherwise, we can continue tomorrow. Any feedback? Thank you very much. Yeah, I will be here. What is your query? Yeah, Harikaran, I am here. You can say. Sir, as I am currently working on research project of similar criteria, I am failing to produce more effective result due to improper functionalities and the usage of AI being built. Yeah, that's what I say that we should not see when you go for the ethics of the research, we should not use AI. Anyway, you please contact RCHUB Academy so that I can process your process, right? So this is the thing I failure to produce more effective result, right? In your data set, with the improper functionalities. Anyway, we will try to resolve the issues. Okay, you're using session hijacking attacks and I am not getting the valid data for research. Anyway, the team of RCHUB will contact you regarding this. We'll have a discussion in that, right? Yeah, I will provide you suggestions through the RCHUB Academy. Since I have to go through a lot since you're saying about a session hijacking attack, how the data format you have been stored, all those things has to be, I have to get the detail, more detail. I want the required data from your side. Okay, so how far your process, because by seeing the text, we can't be able to give any prediction. So we will discuss with the RCHUB Academy team and then we can come to you. Okay, thank you very much.
Contact RC Hub International Foundation for Research and Education. WhatsApp 9888 231 231.